Husband dumps pregnant wife right after seeing her ultrasound. Deciding to build a family takes courage and a lot of consideration. The mental and physical requirements increase when the number of children in the family increases. As such, surprise pregnancies can be either a blessing or a curse for some families. In 2016, Ukraine's Oksana Kobyletska made headlines. However, her story took a grim turn once the initial euphoria faded away. Back then, she was 37 years old when she told her husband about her pregnancy in Odessa. They already had one child, a daughter, and had not planned on any family expansion. Regardless, surprises can happen, and ultrasonography revealed that she was indeed pregnant with not just one but multiple babies. However, the news was shocking for both parents. Kobyletska reminisces about how the doctor's expression changed after looking at the report. It was bad enough to scare Kobyletska into assuming all kinds of horrible things like the baby having a tumor. However, the doctor was shocked because of a much simpler reason. The report showed multiple tiny heartbeats. Kobyletska remembered how she was at a loss for thoughts when thinking about raising that many kids. Her husband Sergei also seemed a bit at the same impasse. However, unlike Oksana, Sergei's answer was tragically different: to run away. He left Oksana, leaving all the responsibilities and duties of raising the children and looking after herself to her. Oksana was left devastated. It was even sadder because Sergei had left merely months before the kids would arrive. In an interview with the Mirror, Oksana recalled thinking, "Perhaps he realized he couldn't bear it. He was frightened and said that I was smartest and was to respond." Regardless of Sergei's actual reasons, Oksana held on to her sanity throughout the pregnancy. She didn't give up on the miracle. It was not an IVF conception and would go on to set the Ukrainian record for the most number of births at the same time. Oksana, like a heroic warrior, carried 5 little lives in her for 7 long months. In 2016, the mom finally got to meet them with a smile on her face. However, the babies were ill for the majority of the year after their birth and required constant and intensive care. They were named David, Alexandra, Vladislav, Daria, and Denis. After a lengthy stay at the hospital, Oksana received an immense amount of support from friends, family, and even strangers. She reminisced about how volunteers would assist her after hearing about her from the media in the area. She became so famous that the Ukrainian president gifted her a new car, and her city's mayor gifted her an apartment that would comfortably house Oksana's entire family. Shortly afterwards, Sergei came back after hearing about the donations her wife received. Oksana was quite happy to give their kids a father, however it would not last and they would quarrel almost immediately. Soon, Sergei realized for good that he was not up to the task of raising so many kids at once, so he left once more, this time for good. Olga, Oksana's mother, was among the greatest supporters during this time. Oksana noted how their granny would take care of all the chores in the house, including the washing and cooking, diligently. However, raising 6 kids meant quite a big financial and physical burden. For example, Olga would have to prepare over 10 liters of stew each day to ensure none of her grandkids could complain about being hungry. The immense support also went a long way in allowing the quintuplets to attend kindergarten. Oksana, meanwhile, started working as a blogger. Today, her success story has reached and touched the hearts of millions. The day-to-day experiences that Oksana shared resonated in the hearts of her parent audience. The story of her life is an inspiration and an example of how strong the love of a mom can be. Also, Oksana sued her ex-husband and looked forward to the next stage of her life.